haunted basement. But please behave. And 2 different groups of workers have quit on the foreman here because they saw something downstairs. And there's something that hides underneath the stairs as well.
A shadow.
A shadow.
That's the one case where we brought something bad with us.
I'm down here alone in the basement right now.
We got knocked down.
Whoa.
Okay guys, so I know that we're just getting into the video. Trust me, what is about to happen is crazy. But today, this video is actually sponsored by Keen. Keen is a website where you can go and connect with psychic consultants and spiritual advisors and gain insight on different challenges in life, whether it's the day-to-day monotony of kind of why am I here, just like Fife is wondering right now.
Yeah.
And it makes it really easy because in the past, Peyton and I have worked with a number of different psychics on and off camera. A lot of times it's quite a procedure to travel to the psychic's home or their place of work, sit down, it's $150 session, something like that. But with Keen, you can access these different psychics from the comfort of your house. You don't even have to leave. It's actually pretty clutch if you're into that stuff.
If you're introverted like me. And you can get a reading any time of day, 24/7, does not matter when. It makes it really, really easy to use and kind of work around your schedule.
So really briefly, when you sign up for Keen, you just go to their website. There's a link in the description of this video if you'd like to go check it out, and we have our own custom link. So if you do go to the website and sign up, please use our link. So you go to the website, you just put in your personal info, you know, your name, email address, and you're instantly in and you're able to contact these psychics, mediums, whatever you want to call them, intuitives. Peyton and I actually, we don't want to go too far into what we did on the website, but we went to a number of different advisors because we got a credit for this video and we tried it out. And you know, we're paranormal investigators, so psychics are in this whole realm of what we're investigating, but the things that our advisors told us were actually pretty pertinent to who we are. A couple of things that they said were really strange and comforted us in a weird way. So either way, it's a really cool, useful service.
And as a new Keen customer, a 10-minute call is actually only $1.99, super affordable as compared to, you know, traditional psychics. With Keen, you can pick who you want to be your spiritual advisor, psychic. The pricing is different based on who you pick, but as a new customer, it's only $1.99 for 10 minutes, which is crazy.
That's really good.
That's like half my Starbucks order. So I get the most expensive drink.
Yeah, so do I though.
I think Fife needs a reading because he's been crying this
Fife
whole
dog.
time.
What's wrong, buddy?
It's okay.
You need some psychic advice? He wants to ask the psychic, when will mom and dad give me my next tweet?
Okay, just like it goes with your traditional psychic or medium, when you start interacting with your advisor on Keen that you select, you can see them on a daily, a monthly, a weekly basis. So you establish these connections with people and you don't have to call them on the phone. That's only one of the options. You can chat them or call them. And at the end of the day, once you sign up for Keen, they send all the time these different promotions in email form. They'll give you discounts, they'll send you sales that they're having.
Bargains.
Yeah, like very cheap readings.
So to get that 10 minutes for $1.99 deal, you need to go to trykeen.com/theparanormalfiles, us. The link is also in the description to make it easier for y'all to sign up.
But yeah, thank you to Keen for sponsoring this video. This promotion is actually going towards the production of our next series that we're gonna be filming in January with a couple of friends from the UK who are flying back over. So thank you to them for that. And in addition, something that really made this promotion sweet is that Keen offered to donate $500 to a charity of our choice. So since it's coming from the Paranormal Files, Peyton and I, and we're all about the history and everything here, we have chosen the Equal Justice Initiative. They are an amazing group. They are working to erect lynching memorials and monuments in the South that promote a more whole version of the Southern history than you know, what you'll typically see around here, even in Texas. They're doing some really great work. If you ever want to check out what they're doing, you can go to their website as well. But anyways, this investigation is freaking wild. You guys are gonna love what you're about to see. I couldn't believe what happened, but From Colin
and Peyton.
We love y'all. Enjoy the rest of the video and stay spooky. Hey guys, it's Colin here.
And Peyton.
I know this isn't usually how we do this on the channel, but with today's episode, there were some really strange things that went on behind the scenes, so I have to kind of just explain that to y'all before we play the footage. So when Peyton and I finished our trip from LA, the last thing that we filmed was at night. It was the Charles Manson, the Spawn Ranch property with Susan, but the next day we went to San Diego and filmed with Eric in the Phase Rug Tunnel, and then we headed to Arizona. We were at a paranormal convention, made some good friends, met a lot of people, and we met a really nice guy named Johnny Barbosa, who was a fan of the show, came up and started talking to us. Johnny lives in El Paso, and I mentioned to him that that's where we're gonna be staying the next night when we drive back from Arizona to Austin, and he's like, dude, I have this crazy haunted place that I've investigated many times. It's really frightening to me. And we were talking about it, and I asked him if there's any way that we could get in the next night, because I really wanted to do something in El Paso, because we have so many fans, like some of you guys who are watching this video, that live there. And he actually got us in the next day. So we rolled into El Paso late at night. It was about 10 o'clock p.m. We drove all the way from Arizona. I worked at the convention, led ghost tours, and did a bunch of stuff late at night. So Peyton did a lot of the driving while I edited, and by the time that we got there late at night, she chose to just skip out on the investigation. So I said okay, because it had been 2.5 weeks on the road.
It was a long drive.
Filming almost every single night and working every day, meeting with production companies and friends in LA. So I let her off the hook for that one. And I showed up and met Johnny at this place. It's an old building that has been a bunch of different things, a movie theater, a saloon, and it's a really interesting property. But just getting there, I felt really odd. Like something was weird. I didn't film an intro at all when I got there. There was just something really strange about how I felt, like I wasn't in my head, if that makes sense. Something about the property made me just not think about what I was filming and what I was doing. So I'm just gonna jump right into the beginning, because this is actually the first clip that I filmed. It's so uncharacteristic for us and what we do, but it gets weirder from here. It gets way weirder. But this is the interview with Alberto, who is a member of the Paranormal Society that owns and operates the building right now. And yeah, just enjoy this part and we'll be back.
So I'm Alberto Tellez. I'm the Sergeant at Arms for the Paso Norte Paranormal Society, Ghost 915, and you are in the Wigwam Saloon in downtown El Paso. Saloon used to own by the famous gunfighter John Wesley Hardin. Lots of history here. One of the last things this building was a movie theater, and he takes video downstairs. You'll see how the floor actually slopes, and we're inside the movie theater, and it used to be the wigwam. Like I was telling him earlier, this is the actual picture of the outside when the wigwam was still the way it should be. One of our things for our society is we try to preserve history, and we one day hope to have enough money to get this back looking the way it's supposed to be looking, instead of the ugly stuff it is outside right now. We do ghost tours here. We do fundraisers for different organizations. We had a ghost tour last night for us, but we have it set up as it would be maybe back in the late 1800s. And you can see this is the hotel area, front desk area behind you. If you come back this way, this is our saloon.
Is this where it would have been in the day?
It would have been on the other side, and I'll take you to the other side, but the other side's more storage than anything else right now.
Cool.
What we called gunfighters, poker table. We've actually had a movie called Brothers James Retribution filmed here, and they did a card playing scene and everything. The brothels, because the wigwam was also a brothel, so we have a brothel scene set up. And then El Paso is very famous for its Chinese history as well, so we have a section here for Chinatown.
Wow.
And to get into a little bit of El Paso history, Chinatown started 2 blocks just north of here and went 5 blocks south from here. But none of it basically exists anymore. There's one Chinese laundry still left about 3 blocks west of here, but it's looking to get torn down. They have it. El Paso's bad at preserving their history. The stone brick is original.
Wow.
It's all here. Right next door is the State National Bank building, which is no longer a bank, it's now a dress shop. Go figure. But as you can see, we have some stuff in a display case over here. We have some artifacts that were actually found downstairs. This is when
Whoa.
some ticket stubs from the wigwam, nails, different little light bulbs. But all this was found downstairs. And when you go downstairs, you'll see there's still stuff that could probably be excavated because it's there, but we just haven't done everything yet. Because it takes money to bring people in. And we've had workers down there that do most of the work that's been done. And 2 different groups of workers have quit on the foreman here because they saw something downstairs. They saw a lady in white walking around, and they saw a lady in white and a man having a discussion. When one of the workers bolted out of here, the foreman went down and tried to take a picture because he was seeing him. When he lifted up his phone to take the picture, the lady's face came right to his camera and he freaked in. But that's one of the stories. I wasn't here at the time, but that's what I said. There's been 2 different sets of people that have quit working down there.
It's always a good sign.
Let's go, I'll show you something through over here. You can see up there, that's where the windows for the brothel used to be.
Oh.
There was a fire here about maybe 7 years ago, but the windows are still there. They're bricked up, and you can see the damage from the fire.
Oh, wow. So have you been up there?
No, this false ceiling was installed last year.
And now no one can go up there.
No, it's
just empty.
It's just empty.
It's crazy.
Unfortunately. In this section, like I said, we just moved back to the other section, but we used to have our office right here in the front. And I was sitting there one time about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I heard footsteps walking on this false ceiling, walking from the back to the front. And I'm like, what the hell? Because, again, it's a false ceiling. There's no floor up there. Can't explain it.
But it still has the history.
It has the history, yes. One day, we were also here working on some stuff. I went out to my car to get something. I come back in, and one of the guys that was here with us, one of our old crew members, I came in, he was sitting in a chair, he was pale white. And I go, what happened? I hadn't even been gone 5 minutes. He got up to go to the bathroom in the back. And right at this little hall entranceway, he was walking and he turned to his left, and there was somebody walking, a dark shadow walking with him.
That he saw with his own eyes.
And he saw with his eyes, and he stopped and he looked, and the shadow stopped and looked at him, and he just pale white. He didn't know. When I saw him, like I said, when he was sitting at the chair, not even 5 minutes I was gone. He was sitting at the chair, dripping in sweat, pale white, and having issues trying to tell me what he had just seen. But it happened right here.
I can't blame him.
No, it's interesting.
And this area was the saloon?
This was the actual part of the saloon, yes.
That Harding
Yes.
owned?
Oh, there's 2 sections because there's 2 addresses, but this would have been the main side, because that door that I showed you on that picture is actually behind one of these walls right here.
Wow. And that's just sealed up, but the door is still there.
The door's still there.
Crazy.
And you'll see it when we go downstairs.
I'm excited.
There was one day when I was here cleaning, and I'm standing right about this back area, and I hear footsteps walk across the wood floor. And I look up, I don't see anything. I turn around and come out this way to see if my partner's still over there, and he's sitting there working on his laptop. I asked him, did you get up and walk to the back? And I missed you? He was like, no, I've been sitting here the whole time. As I'm walking back and I start working again, I hear the footsteps go back. It's boots, like cowboy boots walking across the floor. Of course, this used to be an old saloon back in the late 1800s, so we hear boots walking. Another interesting story of the basement, we were doing our own investigation. Our crew was here, and we had a reporter from the El Paso Herald-Post. We had set up cameras downstairs, and our monitor was up here, and he had set up a GoPro at the far end of the basement. It was kind of quiet, so we had been down there for maybe like an hour, hour and a half. So we come up, taking a break, drink some water, and I'm sitting there watching the monitor. At the far end of the basement, I see like a little light go up in the air and get put down. And I asked, like, hey, everybody's up here, right? He's like, yeah. Everybody's like, well, something, a little white light just got picked up at the far end. He's like, what do you mean a little white light? I go, yeah, at the far end, there's a little white light that our infrared camera's picking up. I goes, oh, that's my GoPro. I go, are you sure? He goes, yeah. We go back down there. Yeah, he's got the GoPro. So what I saw is the GoPro get picked up in the air and get put back down.
Was it recording at the time?
It was recording, but he's never given us the video.
Why?
I do not know. I don't know how many times we've asked him for the footage and he hasn't given it to us yet.
Man.
Which we would
If
love
only.
to have.
Yeah. I would love to see that.
Sometimes there's faces.
So this is the haunted basement.
This is the haunted basement.
Yeah.
The things that you see right here, there's a coal chute from the saloon back in the day. And you'll see the coal chute down there. These are pieces of coal from the heating system that's down there.
Wow.
The marble, we think is from part of the facade from the old outside.
Wow.
And there's still pieces down there that you'll see every now and then. Let's go to the basement. Watch your first step because it's a long. The stairs are for like the 1910. So, but they're pretty sturdy.
And right here in between, there's like a little cross space, and people
We'll see
faces.
faces back there. Like I said, you'll see how the movie theater floor evolves down here.
Wow.
And then what one of our members did is there's mannequin heads right here, so don't freak out on your way down.
Okay.
You might think this is a little funny, but John, Lily, I'm bringing a guest down here. He's videotaping. If you can show yourself, that would be awesome, but please behave. If you can show yourself, that would be awesome, but please behave. You might think this is a little funny, but please behave.
No, that's not silly at all. That's what I do all the time. I mean, they're here, so you
Yes.
gotta.
The old furnace is back here. The old air conditioning. And this was the first building in El Paso, Texas to have air conditioning and heating.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
There is a sealed passageway. I have to see what tree from the other side, but behind this wall right here, there's a sealed passageway that goes to what we believe is a tunnel to probably the building behind us.
Crazy.
Downtown El Paso has tons of tunnels underneath. If you know anything about the history of El Paso, Pancho Villa, the notorious guy from Mexico, used to use these tunnels to get back and forth from Juarez over here, transport his merchandise, his weapons, soldiers, whatever he had. But there's tons of tunnels down here.
Crazy.
At one point, it was rumored that there's gonna be a swimming pool down here. We're not sure if this area down here was actually part of a swimming pool or not. It was supposed to be a bowling alley down here. It was supposed to be a very high-end brothel saloon. You come back here, Our Lady in White, Lily, is seen coming through that door, turning the corner and going out the side. That door that I'm telling you about that's on the outside is at the end down here. As you can see, I showed you that display case that has tickets and stuff like that. All this still needs to be excavated out.
Mm-hmm.
Before I started with the crew, Bonnie Juarez would tell you that the dirt was maybe up to about this high, maybe 5 foot high. And those workers that I told you have gotten scared because they've seen something down here have left. There'll be times that we come down here to do things or have to get something or bring something down here. And there's only maybe 2 of us, and usually we don't come down here by ourselves. It's always, and we'll hear footsteps upstairs. You'll hear stuff being dragged, people walking. This is the basement.
Wow.
A trough for water. Rumor has it that they used to bring horses down here. Not sure exactly how or why or who, but horses. There's the door, the hallway that goes out to the alley.
Wow.
And if you come this way, you'll see it. That was the window.
Oh, crazy.
In the alley, the stairs will go up to the side, so it's there. If you ever do an investigation down here, you'll get crazy K2 hits. When we're doing the spirit box, we've gotten the name Bob, the name Carlos. Come to find out there's 5 Carloses that have been killed in this area. Wigwam Saloon, Fashion Saloon, all in this area. The alley where I told you John Selman was killed is right out there, top there. That's the alley out there. Him and the town marshal, Scarborough, had an incident up there in the brothel. They took it downstairs into the alley, and Scarborough killed Selman in the alley.
5 people though, with the
5
same name,
Scarborough.
killed here.
One of them was the city mayor. Back here in the back, sometimes when we come down the stairs, people actually scream because they see a shadow back here, lurking behind these things.
A shadow.
A shadow. We're not sure why, but shadow's been seen lurking back here. K2 will go off back here too. Not too long ago too, we found out that they used to have raves recently, maybe in the past 10, 15 years, because of the graffiti on the walls. We actually brought an infrared light, turned it on, and everything glowed on the walls. So there's a lot of graffiti down there too. Lily, are you here? Can you come say hello to my friends?
It's really high. It was 11.2.
Are you gonna touch Jacob again? Come and say hi, please. This gentleman here holding the camera wants to talk to you. He would love to take your picture. How about Carlos? Are you here with us, Carlos? How about walking upstairs? Can you walk around upstairs for us? If you don't want to show yourself.
Is the thing that attacked one of our members here? The one that they say is under the stairs?
And there's something that hides underneath the stairs as well.
You remember that guy, Foley, that froze up?
Mm-hmm.
It happened right here. He was one of the construction workers, and it was a group of us. And he couldn't move. He froze up. He couldn't move. So I was able to go back and forth. It must have been right here. When he froze up, he couldn't cross this.
Why?
I don't know. And he was an older gentleman. He froze up and he had to go back. He couldn't proceed this way.
Wow.
Yeah. So I have my camera static just to see if maybe I get something.
But this is the shadow figure
Yes.
area.
Yeah. You can see some of the stuff these are magazines.
Wow.
And this has all been down here.
These are in great condition too.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Life magazine.
And
Bottles, old bottles. There's
I
a
need to
collection
see
of
this.
bottles upstairs. Switches. The shelving belonged to the place that was one of the places that was here on this side before, called Alamo Shooters. They left after some of their merchandise caught fire, and that's what started the fire a few years back, the one I was telling you about. So after that, they moved out. But all the shelving was left behind. You know, Pepsi.
that's crazy. And so just last night, you had someone that was scratched.
We had one of our team members was scratched down here. I wasn't down here, I was upstairs. We try to keep 2 people, like I said earlier, 2 people either upstairs. If 2 people come, we bring 2 people down here. We don't go by ourselves anywhere. And that's also just to verify in case I see something, hopefully my partner saw something, the same thing, and we can verify each other's stories. But we were having a ghost tour here last night. We got called on the radio that we need to let somebody out. As I'm going to open the door, as my friend Peter's gonna open the door on our Ghost Radar app, I get the name Lily. Now Lily is supposedly the lady that lives down here, the spirit. She doesn't like women. We're thinking that she's maybe the madam or one of the ladies of the evening that worked here, but she doesn't like women. The women are the ones that get scratched. The guys get touched, but the women get scratched. We let that lady out, and she was pale white, sweating and everything. She was telling us that something kept pushing her down here. And at one point, she turned around and looked at the guy in front of her, behind her, said, "Did you touch me?" She's like, "No, I'm too far away from you." And she said that she turned around and she got to the lady to her right, and something pushed both of them, in between both of them, and pushed them off to the side. She went one way, the other lady went the other way. That's what was the last straw for her. She said, "Nope, I need to get out of here."
And that was just last night.
That was just last night. Now, our investigator, maybe 10 minutes later, they called for us to open the door, because we close the door and we turn off the lights down here when we do investigation, when we bring groups down here. So we open the door back up, and she's running back up those stairs, and her face is pale, the look on her face like, "Nope, there's something that is bad down there, and I can't, it's messing with me." And so, this is the area where you got touched.
Yeah. Yeah, you were probably right there. I was standing like right here.
Yeah, and we were doing an EVP session, and then Bonnie, our lead investigator, is talking, and then he said, "Dad, somebody's grabbing my arm." And I'm like, and it's only me and him on this side, and I know I'm not grabbing his arm, so something was grabbing his arm. One of the things I like to say when we're down here for tours, Lily, we brought you some more customers. If you like one of these gentlemen, touch them. It's Friday payday, take them upstairs. And sometimes the men get touched, but the ladies always get scratched.
Wow. So a lot of physical.
A lot of physical down here, yes.
I wonder why.
Was it the brothel part? I said Lily thinks they might be stealing her customers. Is what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she likes them kind of young. Not, I'm too old. She's never.
So you're safe.
Yeah, I'm safe. You want to say it that way?
Peter, I don't know why.
Oh yeah, and our vice president, she likes our vice president for some reason, but I think only because she scares the bejesus out of him, and she messes with him. We've done EVP sessions, and on the spirit box, we'll get the name Peter, our vice president's name. We'll ask, "Do you want Peter to come down here?" And then we'll get on the spirit box. Yes. Just last night, his last name is Stone. We got in the spirit box, Stone, down here. So she likes him when he comes down. He doesn't like to come down here. The first time he ever saw her, he was standing right by the stairs, and he says he saw a lady in white come through that door, as I showed you earlier, turn the corner and go back up. And then he thought somebody was playing a joke on him. So he went back upstairs, and he was talking to Bonnie, and like, "Who did you get to play that joke on me? You know, I didn't see them come in." Like, "What are you talking about?" "The lady that's down there, who is she?" And like, "What lady?" And they come back down here, and the only way out is through the stairs that we came in. So nobody had gone out because they were standing right above. So Bonnie's like, "Oh, you met Lily." So he tries not to come down here.
Do you often have people that refuse to come down or go back down?
Yes, we do have people. We've had several with the construction of the parking garage. During the day, sometimes we're open, and the workers were very curious when they first started working in that parking garage, and they would come in. A lot of them guys don't come in here no more. They've come down here, and they've heard stuff, or they've seen something, and they will refuse to come back in. They don't even come into the front door no more.
Wow.
We had an engineer come in here, a group of engineers actually, and one of them was, "You guys are full of crap. There's no ghosts. There's no nothing." He came down here. He froze down here and couldn't move. And then when he finally was able to move, he left, and something spoke to him as he was going up the stairs, and he ran out. He's like, "You guys are full of shit. I don't know why you're screwing with me." And he has never stepped foot back in this building. We heard more from his employees what he experienced than we heard from him. You know, things happen. A lot of stuff down here really has nothing really has happened to me, but like I said, he's been touched. Our patrons, when they do our tours, get scratched, get touched, get sick. One of our investigators is sensitive, and he's the one that tells us, "Oh, there's something over there, or there's something over there," and you go take the K2, and the K2 starts going off.
He got attacked once because one day we were down here, and I pointed out before under the stairs that I've seen eyes, like an orange color. And one day I told him, and then we started walking towards him where the rest of the group was back here. And like he was walking right next to me, and he just dropped. And like he started crying, and he said he couldn't see for a while, but like he just dropped walking towards it. He said like it came at him.
Whoa.
We say it's under the stairs because that's where I've seen it, and then like he'll step under there and he like almost just collapses too because he says there's too much down there, just right under the stairs.
But it seems to be kind of angry, or...
Sometimes, but it depends on with who too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times it'll stay in the corners. It'll stay in that corner, right there, or back here. Whatever's angry.
Mm-hmm.
Lily could just come out and walk around when she wants to. She has the right to. This is her place. I've always told them, because at one point the construction next door was making water leak into here. And that's when the engineers came. And they were talking about, oh no, we might have to buy this building and tear it down or whatever. Like, no, that's bullshit. If you guys are screwing up next door, don't come over here and screw stuff up. And I actually told Lily, John, whoever's down here, they go, you guys do whatever you need to do to protect this building when we're not here. Because this is their home.
Makes sense.
In El Paso history, John Wesley Hardin's law office was the building next door. That's where the parking garage is going. It burnt down years ago. Deep down in my heart, and Bonnie and Pete, it wasn't no accident. Somebody wanted that lot to do future development. Now they sold it and they did a parking garage, but his office was down there. It was a beautiful building. It's from the late 1800s, early 1900s. It was awesome, but it's gone. Now it's gonna be a parking garage. When they started building the garage right there, the activity down here increased, like doubled.
Wonder why.
So,
Not really.
and you being an investigator, you know that sometimes construction or when they start bothering things,
100%.
100% increase. This
Well.
is our basement. Any questions? Anything?
Not really. I think you said it all.
Right on your own?
We'll go upstairs and turn off the lights for you and just holler at us when
Okay.
you're ready to go up.
Cool.
Okay, Peyton, how are you feeling right now?
Good. Hungry.
Yeah, I'm freaking starving. It's been a long week. I just flew back from Baltimore yesterday after missing my flight. God awful experience. But so back to the episode. So after we did the walkthrough and the interviews, you probably heard in that interview my blood sugar was really low and it kept beeping and beeping, and I had sugar and I would drink Gatorade, but no matter what, my blood sugar wouldn't come up, which I think is also why my mind was kind of cloudy. Once again, didn't film any intro, any narration. We just hopped right into the investigation. And the whole time it was really odd because I'd go downstairs to this basement and then realize I didn't have some of the equipment that I meant to bring down with me. So I'd have to run upstairs to go grab that stuff. But then I'd come back upstairs and I'd grab part of it, and then I'd go back downstairs. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even grab everything. So my mind was like off. I felt really weird. Everyone down there was like it was such a strange environment and energy, and it was just eerie. And so yeah, I'm just trying to explain why some of these pieces of this episode seem kind of jank. It's because like it was so odd. It was such a weird feeling in there, and my mind was not there at the moment, even though my body was. And I was like, oh, we're filming tonight. It was the first time that I've ever like recorded all these weird little chunks and then captured evidence in a lot of them, but like didn't have the string that ties them all together. So I'm gonna cut now to the investigation. Enjoy this. It's very creepy, and I'll be back at the very end.
So do you want to introduce yourself real quick to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Johnny Barbosa, and we're in the basement, and the lights just went off. This is the very first time I've ever been down here without no lights, and it's just two of us, and I've never done that, man. I'm gonna turn off my light.
Why not? Just because it's freaky?
Because what goes on in here.
Okay, to any energies or spirits that are down here, my name's Colin Browen, and it is a pleasure to be able to talk to you guys. We're not here to harm you or hurt you or scare you, but we would love to talk to you.
So it's the first time I've been here to the wigwam many, many times, but this is the first time I've ever been down here alone in the dark. That's never ever happened. I didn't think I would ever do that. Only because I've been to this building so many times and I know the history of it. And what I've seen, you know, and the stories that I've heard from so many different people. I'm not here to harm or aggravate or agitate anything. I'm just here to learn. That's my purpose.
Sure is creepy in the dark.
It is.
I keep getting these like cold,
Yeah.
like waves on my arm, my head,
Yeah.
randomly.
I feel in the back of my head and the back of my spine. So honestly, I don't know who it could be. The gentleman that we were speaking with, Albert, he's one of the investigators here. So he was mentioning it could be John Wesley Harden himself. I forget the name of the other lady that's here. But they protect the building, and what he said earlier makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of construction going on in the city. And I believe that these spirits don't want this building to be affected in any way. So that's why these construction workers, when they've come down here, they run out. And we're talking about big dudes, man, like groups of 10, 20 guys just running out. And it's just me and you right now. I ain't running nowhere, but it is freaky, man.
Agreed.
It is freaky. But this is about, I mean, this room is maybe, what, 3,000 square feet? It's huge. So it used to be so many different places, but this is so much history back, being built back in the late 1800s. It's just history, man. And then the tunnel system that used to be down here, like you mentioned, Pancho Villa and his people back in the day would use the tunnel system to go back and forth to Mexico.
Crazy.
Which is just a few feet away. We're not that far away from the border. All that is sealed off. Unfortunately, we don't have access to it. Yeah, but
I keep feeling like a spider web on my elbow.
On the other.
I've never felt something like that.
Okay. So remember, the lady, if she likes the young ones, you're the youngest one here, man.
Well, thank you.
You're a good-looking guy to her. So let's.
Well, if there's anybody here, Lily, if you're here,
That's right.
I'm inviting you to come out. My name's Colin. Once again, there's nothing to be afraid of. We are not scary people. We're not here to harm you, but we would love to talk to you. So, if there's anybody here with us in the basement, can you give us some sort of a sign? Maybe use your voice, knock on something, move something.
So I kind of felt the tap on my head.
Just now?
Yeah, I thought I felt a little tap. And there's no strings or anything hanging?
Mm-mm. Well, you want to kill the lights?
Yeah.
Let's just sit for like 2 minutes and listen. How about, let's walk over here first.
Yeah.
So we're kind of in the center area. Okay, let's do it, my man. If there's anybody here in the basement with us, we're going to give you about 2 minutes to start this off. Can you let us know where you are down here? Feel free to use our energy to manifest. And on my end, you can touch me, you can do anything you'd like. I am not afraid, and I hope that you aren't either, because we're not here to harm you, we're just here to talk. So, can you maybe knock on something to let us know where you are in the room?
Are you okay? Are you okay?
I won't focus on you.
Well,
No. And you're right in the center of the shot.
wow.
Usually it focuses by now. Look at this.
Yeah. Is it blurry? Oh, wow. Am I okay?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, now you're good.
Okay. Can't think of anything to ask. How long have you been here? It's too quiet. What do you think? Yeah.
Are you guys okay with us being down here? Or do you want us to leave? Okay, so we headed upstairs. I'm gonna let this focus on you. I'm gonna step a tiny bit closer so it focuses in. And we grabbed some equipment. we picked up another member.
Hi.
And we're now in the back left corner of the basement, which is supposedly one of the more active areas. I'm gonna set this stuff down. I've got right here 2 EM pumps. I'm gonna turn those guys on. You can see. You picking stuff up over there?
Yeah. Right now it's at 2.
Oh, I picked that up too. I thought it was my camera battery, but. Well, if there's anybody down here, can you please give us a sign that you're here? You can use your voice. I feel like you know the spirits better, so do you want to ask a few questions?
Yeah. Lily, are you down here? I haven't been down here in a while, but are you still here? Let's see if this works. Lily, I have some money. I got $120 and $5. If you want, I can leave it on the floor for you for right now. If you want, you can go pick it up or go touch the device. I know you've done it before. Do you not want the money? Because I'll pick it back up. Bill, are you down here still? I know you come and go as you please, but are you down here currently?
Here's something over there.
Yeah, there's like some metal thing. Mm-hmm. Can you do that again for us?
I'm gonna put this right there. There we go. Okay, I'm actually gonna kill these 2 pumps because sometimes they can kill the activity as well. Oh.
It's a 4.8.
Right when I killed them too. Which is weird because I just turned off the devices that were kicking out the energy.
Did you?
Weirdly enough. Oh.
Right there. It's good. Can you do that again for me, please? Carlos, are you back here? I know this is where we first found you. It's weird.
It's like moving.
Back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's what they say they see, shadows working just back and forth from the back. So.
It got knocked down.
Whoa.
Just now?
Yeah.
And look at that.
It was up to 10 right now.
It went up to 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was shining the light over here and it knocked it down.
Oh, what the? I literally stopped recording for like 2 minutes, man.
That was
Well,
weird.
I'm recording.
Oh, nice.
Yeah? That got knocked out. It got knocked down.
Whoa.
Just now?
Yeah?
Look at that.
It was up to 10 right now.
Damn, why'd you treat me so bad? Yeah, it just knocked it down, like don't point it this way.
And I was just saying.
It went up to 10?
Yeah, right now.
Yeah.
And then just a couple
Right.
seconds after.
Yeah.
Can you shine your light over here too? I'm gonna get a shot of this. It's kind of whack. The FLIR camera that I charged all night last night is 100% dead. I really wanted to use it, but nope. It won't even turn on.
Let me,
7.5 is the highest.
Look, so I'm pointing this way. You see?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Back here. So I decided to point the light here. And I guess it just smacked the phone down.
Yeah, I heard that little knock, and then you pointed it.
Yeah.
Right
shine the
here?
light here, boom. I guess either we're invading their space or they're just maybe.
And your phone just snapped out of the...
Yeah, and I got two
Thanks.
little tripod thingies holding it. It's not one, it's two of them.
And it just... Boom!
It's like if someone just came and smacked it out of your hands.
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Damn.
That's the first time I've seen that happen down here.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've never seen anything get knocked out of anyone's hands. Not down here, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you knocked the phone to the ground, can you give us an even more powerful sign that you're here? Do you want to kill your light, buddy? Thank you. Or are you freaked out?
No.
Okay, good.
Lily, is there anything in the rubble that you want us to find? I know you've told Chris stuff before, and he's actually found stuff that relate to you. Last time we were, was I think a couple months ago, our Chris, he's like a sensitive. And like one day he came down first and I came down behind him. None of the tour had come down yet, and he just came over and started digging, and I'm like, what are you doing? And he just didn't answer. And then he pulled out a paper. There's like an old ticket from a long time ago, and it said Lily. Yeah, it's
Whoa.
upstairs. That was pretty cool. Except yeah, he wasn't responding. 70.7.
Wow.
Right when you told that story about Lily.
Mm-hmm.
Hear that tapping stuff right here. Lily, if you're over here, can you say something to us?
Lily, do you want me to bring back Peter? Do you miss him? Dang. Alright, I'll tell him to come back tomorrow.
Crazy.
So what do you think, man?
It was 4.5.
So does that usually happen down here?
Yeah, a lot.
And it's just like signals?
I can't explain. There's just random spots that sometimes responds to questions, sometimes doesn't.
Mm-hmm. If there's somebody down here with us, can you step over here into this area?
I heard someone go,
I
Yeah,
heard that
Yeah.
too.
I heard it too.
It was really quiet though.
It
Mm-hmm.
sounded female.
Yeah, like really quiet.
Lily, if that was you, can you make this device in my hand go off?
It's like it doesn't want to like directly respond to questions, but it's like here still. You know what I mean? That's how it is like most of the time, I feel like with us. Try to move over to that area.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so if there's anybody here in this basement, we've moved rooms, but we'd still love to talk to you. Can you knock on something like this? Do you want to keep asking questions? I feel like it's responding better to you.
Yeah, it knows you better.
Lily, did you follow us over here?
I I don't know, just like not clear of mind.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking about?
Nothing. That's what I mean. It's just like I can't focus clearly.
Yeah.
Take that as you will, but it's just kind of, I don't know, I feel like I can't talk, like form sentences clearly.
You know how I couldn't ask questions?
Mm-hmm.
I said I just can't think of anything.
Mm-hmm.
I can't vocalize it. Can't think of anything to ask.
Even now it's like I'm looking at you, but I'm like not.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds like weird as hell. It's true.
Is anyone back here? You don't have to hide. I kind of know you're already here.
Just a quick shout out, if you don't subscribe to the channel already, please hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications on. Also, follow Peyton and I and the show on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you want to do. And as always, guys, stay spooky.
The person I've been referring to as Bill. I wasn't there for the investigation, but it was at a house. I'm not gonna say where. And they had 2 children, and it was pretty bad because he was apparently scaring them, and they were frightened. And when they were there, they said they were using the app Ghostwriter, and they got the name Bill Chambers, and they didn't really think of it, but the owner of the house Googled it, and I believe they said it was a Border Patrol agent who was on a plane that actually crashed nearby and died. Bill, are you here? Well, yeah, they said he crashed nearby and died, and the family was really like frightened. They wanted it gone, so that's the one time they ever did this. They had a necklace, and they asked him to attach himself to it, and then they'll bring him here so he can come be with Lily and anyone else that was here, and they did. And since then, I know the day after we had a tour, on that night we were talking to him, and he was actually answering. And ever since then, he like comes and goes. We have a member named Terry, and he likes to protect her a lot and stay with her. Like at another tour we did at Isleta High School, she had her own room and she was talking to people, and she mentioned him, and he was there talking. So like we know he follows her, but there's times where he's been here. That's the one case where we brought something back with us.
On purpose.
On purpose, yes.
Is that necklace still here?
It's somewhere down here. But he threw it somewhere down here and ran back upstairs.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think? I could spend like 10 minutes down here alone before we head out?
Yeah.
That was gonna be my next suggestion.
Okay. No way. Whoa.
There you go. It wants you.
44.
It's all yours.
Man, that's spooky.
I thought you got this.
Thank you.
I bet you it's gonna start talking to me.
Well, if you hear me screaming, I need help.
I'll take the door.
Okay guys, so straight up, this has been a weird night. I'm down here alone in the basement right now. I can barely think straight. I feel like I look really weird. And I'm gonna explain all of how I'm feeling later, but for the time being, since the energy here is so strong, I'm just gonna investigate right away. And I'm filming on my iPhone because I ran out of camera battery. And I felt that spiderweb thing again, just now on my arm. If there's anybody down here with me, Lily, Hardin, Bill, I invite you to give me a sign. Step over and talk to me. Okay, I'm in the corner right now where Lily supposedly likes to hang out, and I'm gonna sit here for a few minutes alone and ask some questions. Lily? I invite you to come over and talk to me. I'm gonna experiment right here. Lily. Let's see. What? Okay, you just saw that. What? What the fuck? Okay, look it just paused. I'm holding it right here, but the light is off and it's paused recording. I don't know why. I was filming that. Like, I haven't touched this. If you're down here with me, this is your last chance to talk to me.
Oh, the piece that I had in the middle. Mm-hmm. So when it fell, it broke. Yeah. But I had it like this.
Whoa.
Both hands. And it's sturdy, you know, it's not gonna.
Mm-hmm.
And it, boom, I just.
Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah, so I was just cleaning off all the dust.
Yeah, dust is down there, a lot of dust.
There's a lot of dust.
Okay, so just to end this video, it's so weird because once again, I did not film an outro. I didn't film an intro or an outro to any of this footage. Didn't explain anything about how I was feeling. And I just wanted to get out of there. Like, I was ready to go. My mind was like literally in like some weird fog. Like, I couldn't think. I almost forgot like 3 pieces of equipment. I felt like crap. I was so overtired. Like, it just felt so heavy in there that I filmed this episode, which is like just so bizarre for what we do, because it's just, there's no like string, there's nothing, it's just a bunch of footage. And Peyton came and picked me up finally. And another weird thing that I didn't realize until afterwards is that I didn't get B-roll around the area. Like, I usually get shots of like the building, I usually get shots of the inside, but I didn't get a single shot of the outside of the building before or after. I didn't get a single shot when I was inside. It was all just this like point and shoot, not really thinking, like craziness, like just such a weird feeling. Like, I felt like I was going crazy in there, which is odd because it's literally never happened before. But hope you all enjoyed this episode. Peyton, what were your thoughts on this one?
I mean, after seeing how you felt, I'm not really jealous that I didn't get to go.
Yeah. It was creepy. Baltimore, though, I'm telling you guys this now, is gonna be one of the best episodes of the show to date. So yeah, this was our El Paso episode, our investigation. Thank y'all once again for joining us for this.
And again, if y'all want to check out Keen, it's at trykeen.com/theparanormalfiles.
So we're gonna go eat dinner now. We love y'all.
Goodbye.
Thanks guys for tuning in, and from Peyton and I, stay spooky. Woo! Okay, so we both just shed quite a few tears. We're here in El Paso right now, and we head to stop by the memorial to the victims of the Walmart shooting that occurred here.
fairly recently, and it's just absolutely indescribable, because how can someone do something so senseless? It always, you know, it never fails to escape me, because it's just hard to think when you're there. And I just wanted to point that out, and we came here to give these people a proper respect and put out good energy and memorialize them through this video. So this is not meant at all to disrespect anything. We're just sending out the best love and light that we can to these people. Obviously, we live in Texas, so it hit home for us, and it's just hard to believe that people out there can actually feel that way about other people. But until we change something, nothing's gonna change. So what do you feel?
That's it.
Too much?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna put the link to the Victims Fund below. If you guys want to go donate, we're going to send a donation and send some love to the family members and survivors of the shooting. And please, in the future, let's just, as a society, try to make sure this does not happen. Keep an open mind when it comes to politics and debates, and at least just think even deeper about a subject before closing your mind to it, because it's all these closed doors that lead to events like this. And obviously this is a huge problem in America that needs to be stopped. But yeah.